named Jordan Leroy Hansen, also known as Ledev, and we are testing out Reflecting Gates deck in a traditional ranked play. I'm going to mulligan this hand. I like this hand a lot better. Sure, we can't turn to Growth Spiral at the moment unless we get... that's actually a really good one to get. I think we keep it, though. Okay, we'll let this in turn tap since we don't have a turn 1 play. Looks like our friend is playing Drake, so... this should be fun. We do get a gate, but... we're going to get the mana fixing first. Let me do something real quick, adjust the volume on this real quick. There we go, so I can actually hear what we're doing. Perfect, we got 2 lands. So, what we're going to do is first play this land, see if it gets countered. It does not. Splendid, so we're going to do that. We might as well play the other gate. And we are ready to go. We now have our board wipe online. We could even do Cleansing Nova if they just play an artifact, so... I'm going to just hold up the... We could try to enable the Guild Summit, but there is a chance it's just going to be countered. You know, we're going to end the turn. This opponent's either trying to get a Niv Mizzet out or holding up a counterspell. Or the classic Ral. Okay. Okay. So we know that that's in order. Now that's an interesting card to play. Yeah, I think we play that. Because we get the card draw. We play a gate. We get the Guild Settlement online. Can't tap anything, but we're not really doing the card draw now. We're just trying to figure out how to answer this Ral. Which, honestly, we're either waiting for them to play Niv Mizzet. There we go. And we have about 1, 2, 3, 4 gates. We're going to get 5 online. So, might as well Gates Ablaze. They're going to get the card draw out of it. We are not going to cast a spell because we don't want them to have more card draw. We'll get the Pain of Damage. We'll play this at the moment. We'll play this at the moment. And nothing at the moment. The problem is the opponent does have Ral at 8. Okay, that's perfect for... This is a hard one, because... let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means we could deal 3 points of damage to that. We could also Cleansing Nova, but the problem is... This opponent plays a lot of spells, in theory. So, you could make the argument that it's better to probably just Explosion and then knock this down a couple of points. I could also see the argument just to Cleansing Nova here, just deal with the Emblem, but I think we can't deal with the Emblem. So we're just going to deal free damage to the Emblem. We're going to draw the free cards. They get a card draw out of it, unfortunately, but, hey. When push comes to shove. And we get a Gateway Plaza on it. We don't mind playing it because it will not get sacrificed, and we get a card draw out of it. There we go. Okay, it's a Drake's. It's a Archlight Phoenix type of deck. So going to chain the spells, probably try to chain up to 3. That's the first spell. There's the second spell. Does he have enough to kill me? Let's see, if he casts his third spell, that would be... 8, 9, yeah, that's lethal. Because the Drake will come and deal the lethal damage, so... we're gonna have to sideboard against this matchup, so... We haven't really seen any Drakes. I think this possibility... Ixalan's Binding seems to be a good idea, so we'll take out the one Cleansing Nova. We're going to throw in 2 Ixalan's Binding. Taking out... I think he's also going to try to run Counter Magic, so we're going to put in a Banefire. Lava Coil is debatable. We might need to take out the Mirror Merge condition and just throw in a Rhythm of the Wild, because we might be going on the offensive. But first thing, we do have to take out 2 cards, which in this case... Star Extinction, since it seems like it's a singular deck, it's not like a wide deck from at the moment. Emergency Palace can go out too. And... I think I'm going to take out... the Deafening Clarions. Because this stuff is obviously bigger than 3 to throw in the Rhythm of the Wilds. We still like to keep Gates Blaze, because that's just still good on our end. And I think I'm going to take out 1 Gate Colossus to throw in 1 Knight of Autumn, and we should be good. Okay, round 2 of this, match 2 of this round with Reflecting Gates, so let's give this a shot. We'll be on the play. We're going to mulligan this hand. This hand is fine. It's not great, it's fine. I mean, we have the way to get multiple mana fit scene. And perfect. We're going to make this enter and tap. We're going to play a Gate Plaza, pay the mana. And if we draw into like a second gate that doesn't require a mana requirement, that we did not. So we're just going to do that. Then we play the Simic Guild Gate. We do have Gates Ablaze online against like early creature drops, but this is a Drake deck, let's be frank, so... Okay, I think I'm going to do this. Play Knights of Autumn. Fish out the Counter Magic. See, told you, Counter Magic. Opponent's going to do some card drawing. Probably trying to get an Archlight Phoenix down. Nope. The opponent's just trying to draw into something. Okay. Scape Shift. We could either use this to either A, fish out a counter magic, which probably is not going to happen. But we're doing this mostly just to take out this, so that we can throw down one of our gates, which, I'm going to throw down a Zoria's Guild Gate. That way we can access to some white mana. Or blue-green for the Growth Spiral. And now we have 4 gates online, so... And now we just need a Banefire, which we're not getting at the moment, so we're going to cycle. Perfect. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that if they try to play their Niv Mizzet, we are going to remove it pretty frequently. The problem is we don't really have an answer to Ral, which is going to be our main problem in this matchup. Because we need to draw either into our Banefire or into like a Gatekeeper Ram. or one of our big creatures. Okay, we do have this online. I'm going to hold up the Itzalon's Binding. I know it doesn't have, like, flash or anything. It's more I'm holding it up to hope that they play a Niv Mizzet for all the mana. That way we can Itzalon's Binding, the Ral. Okay, they do the shock. They do the shock. They bring out that guy. That's... Hmm. Yeah, we gotta attempt the Itzalon's Binding. And that's a good game. Ah. Maybe I should have done the Gates Ablaze. That's one of those trickier matchups. I mean, we didn't draw into our negates and such, which kind of made the matchup a teeny bit tricky for us. Anyway, we'll play a second round with Reflecting Gates. And like I said, this is kind of more of my janky budget variation of the deck. There is a lot more consistent variations that use like Hydro Craces and such and just other funny strategies. I mean, if there's one thing I probably wanted to put in this deck upon post-reflection, it's probably against matchups like that with Ral and powerful Planeswalkers. I kind of wish I put it in at least one copy of Mat's Manipulation in the sideboard. But, hey. Sometimes you gotta take the cards that you're dealt with, as the saying goes. We'll keep this hand. It's a bit heavy land, but we do have... We'll put that on the bottom at the moment. We do have a Shimmer Possibilities turn 2, so... And we have a Plaza of Harmonies to regain life, so... Our opponent's playing blue... Mono blue? So, mono blue flyers. Okay. We're going to pay the 2 life. We're going to dig into our deck. We're going to... Yeah, I think we have to get the Deafening Clarion. And hope our opponent's flyers are not as big as they can be. So, we're going to play that. We're going to play Growth Spile and fish out a spell, which looks like our opponent didn't have one. We'll put down a Gilgate. Our opponent's kind of like a defensive deck, it looks like. Well, lucky enough they did the card draw, so we can play out the Colossus. It's probably going to get Itzalon's Binding, probably, but that's why we have Knights of Autumn in the deck, so we're just going to have to fish it out. Not a Knights of Autumn, but a little annoying. Not going to deny that. Anyway, we're going to flow that down. We're going to pass the turn. Oh, hey, the Scry Dude. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, perfect. Speaking of Knights of Autumn. Well, anyway, we're going to put this down tap. We're going to play our Knights of Autumn. We're going to destroy this little annoying enchantment. And we're going to see if our opponent wants to block. Our opponent does not want to block. Okay, our opponent wanted to keep that card on top. Another Deep Freeze. Yay. Well, opponent. You have your Deep Freeze, and you do not have a 1-mana counter creature spell, so we're going to destroy this target artifact and enchantment again. We're going to swing in for 10. You could make an argument that we probably should have deafened Clarion to get the lifelink to help us get a significant life tempo advantage. I'm going to save that just in case that they have, like, smaller flyers. So, opponent looks like it's going on the defensive. Okay, let's do some math here. We have currently 1, 2, 3, 4. If we secure this roots, we would still have enough mana for Gates Ablaze, and it should be just enough to destroy their board state slash make us go for the win. So we're going to do that. And good game. Still haven't seen any play of the Mirror March just yet, but, you know, what they say. In due time, in due time. Okay, so our opponent's playing a flying deck, so definitely throwing in Mittani because it has reach. We're definitely going to throw in the Knights of Autumn since it seems like our opponent's playing that. We could probably throw in the Ixalan's Bindings as well. We'll throw out the Banefire since it's not really a counter deck. Star of Extinction could go out. Emergency Powers can go out. We do like the one expansion Explosion still. We could probably throw out one Gate Colossus at the moment. One Gates Ablaze. And honestly, I think that's the best we can do. I could debate about trying to mainboard Rhythm of the Wild and such, but, well, we'll see what happens with this. We'll probably do Rhythm of the Wild nets if we feel like we need to go faster with this deck. Okay. So we don't have any fast mana, but we do have 2 gates. We have a Growth Spile. And we have just enough mana to do a Knight of Autumn on a problematic enchantment, plus we got our main enchantment, so it's a risky hand. I'm not going to deny that, but we'll give it a shot. Our opponent plays 1. We'll just play our own Azorius Guildgate. Our opponent just plays an island. We're going to play our Simic Guildgate. And if we draw a fast mana, we will Guild Summit. If we don't, we're just going to Growth Spiral and hopefully draw into more mana. We got the fast mana, so we're just going to pay the 2 life. And then probably fish out a counter spell. Oh. Told you. Annoying, but not the end of the world. We got the Growth Spile for the ramp. We have the Knight of Autumn to answer any problematic enchantments. We should be fine. There's our friend Mr. Spinksy. Anyway, we're going to play that. We're going to play our Plaza of Harmony, which gives us a life gain, which is nice. Our opponent's going to scry. We currently have 2 gates at the moment. We'll need 2 more gates for the Gates Ablaze to function on the Spains of Foresight. Our opponent's trying to decide what to play. Our opponent's being very indecisive. Okay, they decide to give us the play. Since we already have 1, I think we just gotta play this with a life gain slash fish out a counterspell. We're gonna gain the 4 life for tempo. The only problem is that they have an Ixalan's Binding, he does remove our primary enchantment removal, which could be a problem. No denying that. Good. Okay, we got a Shalai. So, yeah, we are in the we need to draw our gates pretty soon type of problem. Hmm. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it and hope the opponent doesn't have a spare Pierce. Don't have a spare Pierce, don't have a spare Pierce. Please don't have a spell Pierce. Does our opponent have a spare Pierce? Nope. Phew. Okay, we'll just get a Cruel Gate and an Izzet Gate. So now we have 4 gates. So we do have an answer to the 2 flyers. Presuming he does not, presuming that he does not buff them with like a favorable winds and such. If it buffs off with just at least 1 favorable winds, then all we just need is just 2. Hmm. Hmm. I'm going to try this. I'm going to first try to fish it out with this. If he has any counter magic. Perfect. Which means he does not have enough mana to do this. Unless he has a negate, and oops. Yes! Okay. We are safe for now. We're probably going to do an Archer-Lage Angel to gain 8 life. And there is Mr. Skyboy. Or, well, girl, actually. Sorry. Should probably did better on the pronunciations there. We could just play Matani, but we do know that the opponent does have ways to that. We could also just get the Mirror March out and then just get our creatures ready. Honestly, let's go for the memes. And hope our opponent doesn't have a spare piece. We can't play the Gateway Plaza since we don't have enough mana open. The reason why I'm doing this is I know that blue-white flyers don't have any fast flyers. So I'm hoping in theory that this is just going to deal free. We're going to get dealt 7. Then we're just going to at least get 8 life. If the Mirror March trigger happens multiple times, we'll get multiple triggers and get multiple life, which should hopefully restock us and keep us into the game. We obviously don't want to play Matani out because then it's just multiple copies of Matani, which is not effective. Our opponent's just deciding their play, or just in a really, really deep thinking mode. If they also play a problematic enchantment, I might just do Knight of Autumn. Which then allows us, if we get a fast mana, to play Gate Colossus. In theory. Wow, our opponent's going slow. No offense, but to be fair, maybe they're going to get a drink or something. You never know. Sometimes that happens. You need to get a drink, you need to go do a chore and such. I had games like that too, so... To be fair, they're probably just doing a quick chore. Or we just got a free win. I was hoping to play a little bit of Mirror Merch, so just for the sake of this video and the start of a new season, we'll give it one more shot. And then we'll call it a end to the video. But, so close. To be fair, the opponent might have just had to do something. It happens. Life happens. Okay, let's see what we're going against now. We're going against this opponent, so let us see what they have in stock. Won't be on the play. This might be risky, but you know what they say to the bold. We'll let this enter and tap. We're going to play a Gateway Plaza next turn. Then we should be able to play another Gateway Plaza, or we could play a Plaza of Harmony to get our Blitz on online. We could do that as well. That's probably the better play, honestly. Okay, our opponent's opting. So this could be anything. This could be blue-black control. This could be Jeskai control. This could also just be Drake's, so... It looks like blue-black control, though. So, with that being the case... Okay, if we play that, we can play our Bloodson. We'll put that online now. That way, all of our mana is going to be fast mana against this matchup. Now, what the opponent's probably going to do is Fodder Erasure us. Okay, so it's Esper control. No, they're going to Thief of Sanity. Oh boy. That's not good. But we do have a way to counteract that a teeny bit. So we're going to search for some gates. We'll just search for these gates. So now we should be good with any mana. Our opponent's now going to dig into our deck, which is unfortunate. Our opponent takes out a Clarion. And let's see if they want to play something. They might have got the Knight of Autumn, potentially, and want to destroy our Bloodson. That's a possibility. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what I'm going to do first is fish out the Gate Colossus. Fish out the Counter Magic, which our opponent did not have. So, we're going to see if our opponent then has Counter Magic. That they did not. Okay, they probably are saving the Knight of the Reliquary for... Okay, they're just going to go do some card draw. Yet again, our opponent's not playing anything. They probably have a Sailway, if I have to make a guess. Nah, Cast Down. And the misplay there is I should have waited to play my Gate's second main phase. Mostly just so that I could bring back the Colossus as a threat. Okay, so we have that to go against. So we're going to say yes, bring that back up to the top of our library. Since that is our currently recursive threat, the problem is the opponent, not yet, but can get searched for Azcanta online soon. You could have made the argument that we probably shouldn't put the gate on top and hope that we top decked a Knight of Autumn. That's a possibility. But probably our opponent's going to try to play a Teferi, not just a Fodder Erasure. They can only hit the gates ablaze, luckily enough. Oh wait, Bloodson. There. Oh yeah, Bloodson. Even if they try to flip it. So yeah, they do the counter, which was we suspected. So then now we're going to do that again. Yes, we're going to put that on top. And we're going to see if our opponent decides to forget about Bloodson. They forgot about the Bloodson. Well, that or they have an Itzlon's Binding to try to negate it so that they can get their search for Azcanta. Anyway, we're going to do this again. Gonna fish out another counterspell. See, told you. We're going to play a land. Say yes. And have a bit of a chuckle. And that, my friends, is why Blood Sun is in the list. Because as Kanta... Okay. Aw, dag nabbit, they had the dispersal. Okay, well, the good news is it's tapped. They tapped their land to do that, so we don't have to worry about it. But yeah, that's why Blood Sun's in the deck. It's because of plays like that. Do you seriously have another counterspell? Okay, the opponent did not. Good. They probably have another kill spell, which they did. And that is the reason why Blood Sun is in the list. It's because it negates Azcanta pretty well. Okay, now we're getting land flooded. We're going to take the action again. Our opponent's now probably going to dig for a counterspell or Nexus or a Planeswalker. They could be digging for a lot of things. They dig for another Dispersal to answer our Gate Guardian, most likely. Or Gate Colossus. Or just to discover. Okay. Okay, they take out the board wipe. They took that out. They play something. Okay, let's try this again. Do you have another counterspell? Do you have another kill spell? They're going to try to dig for a kill spell. They didn't got a kill spell, but they got a close. A thing that's close. Because all they need to do is just Dispersal, which makes us discard our Gate Colossus, which I think is what they're going to do. No? Okay, opponent. Your choice on that one. Ah, Vraska's Contempt. Okay, I see the logic there. Now they play their FIFA Sanity. And now we just need a top deck. That was a top deck. No, opponent. So, one that actually plays Tezzeret. Interesting. Does give them a flyer, which makes sense. And we really don't need the lands now, deck. We need, like, a card draw engine. Like, soon. Okay, the opponent gets Op. They're going to cast Op to try to dig into their deck more. They're probably trying to dig for, like, a Nexus of Fate or something, because it's probably... Well, I don't know. They're kind of playing more of a mid-range deck, so it could just be a possibility of just digging for more tools. Or in this case, card draw engine. There's the other thief. Well, we'll try to cast it. Hope the opponent does not have another counterspell. And honestly, the only thing we'll do is we'll just destroy this. Just to negate their card draw engine. Because they need, like, more than a couple of artifacts. Yada, yada, yada. So our opponent's going to draw into their deck a little bit more. And now we're in trouble because... Oh, great. Honestly, we gotta hit the Tezzeret because its ultimate is kinda scary. If they block with a Fopter, we do not mind. I think it's safe to say Itzlan's Binding's going into the deck, Negate's going into the deck. Oh boy. That's the problem with FIFA Sanity. With our deck, this is a really hard matchup because they kind of dig for our deck. And they're probably taking stuff like our card draw engine and such for the deck, so yeah. Or even just ways to get more lands, so. And we're just going to go to next match because the opponent then can ultimate the Tezzeret Emblem. And we are pretty much toast after that. So okay, we're throwing in the gates. We are definitely throwing those in. We are throwing in the Itzlan's Binding. We can take out the Cleansing Nova. We'll probably throw in one. We're going to throw in the Rhythm of the Wilds, no sweat about that, so that our creatures can survive against counter magic. We're definitely going to throw in the Knights of Autumn, just in case for more enchantment hate scenarios. As for what to cut out, we're probably going to cut out at least one Gates Ablaze. Blood Sun I still like in this matchup because of that. Probably cut that out. Actually, I do like another Banefire. Okay, this is going to be the hard one, what to cut out. We'll probably cut out that. We'll cut out one of those. We'll cut out an emergency power because giving them card draw is not a good idea. Star of Extinction, we could cut it out. I know what people are saying, like, but that could help us with Planeswalkers and such. The problem is, I think they will later game have just counter magic against that. Mostly if it's a Planeswalker like a mid-range. Well, actually, coming to think of it, it is more of a mid-range build, so you could make an argument that. We'll take out the Scape Shift. We want to keep the Guild Summits in. This one's a hard one. I think I will take this back out. And we'll try it as is. So. But like I said, this is one of our worst matchups, so. We're going to take our punches as we get them, so to speak. Okay, we are definitely going to be on the play. We got a couple Gates Ablazes. We have a Gateway Plaza. We have a turn-free way to kill their really annoying FIFA Sanity. We're keeping. And it'll be interesting to see if the opponent does have a turn 2 Fodder Erasure, what they will try to remove from our hand. Are they going to try to remove, say, a Blood Sun, a Gates Ablaze? I could see them doing any of those, these two. I would be surprised about the Securitas route, but yeah, we're probably going to get Fodder Erasure. No? Okay. Gonna gain free life. And honestly, I'm going to fish out a counter magic with Blood Sun. Okay, he did not have the counter magic. I just going to do card draw engine. I'm starting to wish now I tried to fish out Rhythm of the Wild. Because if Rhythm of the Wild is out on the battlefield, our opponent does not really have ways to answer it. Yeah, we're going to throw out Rhythm of the Wild now. Yes, we do have to deal with the factor that FIFA Sanity might be able to destroy our enchantments if they take a Knight of Autumn. Don't get me wrong. But that's the only safest way we're going to get a creature out with their counter magic, so. So yeah, they're going to look at the top three, choose something that suits their fancy, throw out a guild summits and such. Okay. So. We're going to fish out some counter magic. Okay, our opponent decides not to fall into it, so we're just going to get 2 Gateway Plazas, so our mana fixing is good. So probably now we're just going to do card draw engine, that they do. They did not took a Knight of Autumn? Really? That or they already have a Knight of Autumn in hand. Okay. So, we're just going to say no. And, well, it's weird that our opponent does not have counter magic at the moment. That's interesting. Well, now we're going to see if they have a Knight of Autumn in hand, because they probably will destroy the Guild Summit out of worry that it's going to be counter. The good news is we do have the Negate in hand, so if we do go into a counter war, we can at least partially survive it. Oh, now that's just mean. Funny, but mean. I think our opponent might be showing off the power of this card. Potentially. Sometimes you just gotta laugh at weird circumstances. But what we are going to do, our opponent cannot counter it. And we are going to swing at our old friend Teferi, because no Teferi. So, look like our opponent's now going to test the power of the Mirror March for us. Well, let's see if they get copies. That they did not. And that is a reason why Mirror March is a really, really hard card to play in ranked. If that summarizes it in a nutshell. Anyway, we're going to Gates Ablaze, fish out their counterspell, which they will have. The opponent's going to try to say nope. And we're going to say nope. We would rather have that FIFA Sandy off the board, thank you very kindly. And we're going to swing into you in the face. Yeah. We'll let that resolve. Our opponent's trying to dig into the deck. Yeah. Our opponent's really trying to dig into the deck. Probably trying to get another FIFA Sanity, I'm guessing. Or Counter Magic. Well, there's a Surge. Sure. You can have it. Okay, and our opponent's like, nope. Okay, so we're good for the next matchup. Is there anything from that matchup that I noticed that we might want to put in? Nothing in general. We could put in the Shivan Fires, though, coming to think of it. Yeah, I'm going to take out the one expansion. I know, it sounds blasphemous. Just trust me on this one. The throw in a Shivan Fire. We're going to take out one Shimmer possibilities to throw in the other Shivan Fire. Deafening Clarions, I think we can cut out just to throw in some Lava Coils. Just for early game interaction. And we will try this out. This should be our last match of the night, so let us see what shenanigans it should abound. Hopefully we get actually some fun interaction with Mirror March, but I'm not gonna bet the farm on it. Anyway, we'll keep the hand since we have a turn-free Guild Summit or a Knight of Autumn if we need it. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, we gotta play the Knight of Autumn. Or not the Knight of Autumn, Blast. Lesnia Guildgate, Brainford. Our opponent's probably gonna do the fodder. Nope, just a search. Okay. It's weird. You always think they would want to do a turn 2 fodder erasure. Like, is it a thing now that people don't do turn 2 fodder erasures for reasons that I'm not aware of? It could also be just the opponent didn't have it in hand, or they're... So yeah, they're going to hold up mana for the counter spell, which makes sense. Honestly, I'm going to try to fish it out with that. Okay. Our opponent doesn't bite, so we're just going to ramp up a little bit more than they have. That way, if we draw a land, and if they play an annoying you-know-who, we can Gates Ablaze and hold up a counterspell if they try to, which they do not. Okay. Then we're going to do that. They're going to try to counter it. We're going to say no to the counter. And we're going to get a little big ram. And let's see if our opponent reacts to our Termaggoyf the deck. They do not. Okay, before I do anything, I'm going to swing in, see if they have a Settled Wreckage. Nah, just a Dispersal. You take out Shimmer. Reason why I don't mind doing that is because what I'm going to do is play... Make sure I do this right. Just a Guild Summit. And just take it slow and draw some cards. And then play the land, which then allows us more card draw. Okay. So... I think I'm going to first Shimmer. See if the opponent responds to that. We'll get a Gate Colossus. We're going to try to Circuitous Route. The opponent's probably going to negate that. We kind of want them to do that. There we go. Fish out the counter magic. So now they have only 3 cards in hand, going to 4 cards. No flip just yet, but close. Okay. Well, first Knight of the Autumn. Does the opponent respond? That they do. Which is perfect, because then we can use the second Knight of the Autumn to destroy, search for his Cantor, so they don't have an additional source of card draw engine. There we go. And there's our good old friend, Tezzy Boy. Our opponent's going to try to dig into their deck a little bit more. We're going to take this opportunity to do some card draw. And we have 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We're just going to tack into this. And say bye-bye to Tezzeret because it's a threat. Bye-bye. We may not. Who knows? Well, there's Lyler. How many gates do we have? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh, we had 4 gates. Well, at least we got the fret out of the way. Yay? Okay, we're gonna just have to use the Blood Sun for this one. Hmm. Well. That's our answer. And the problem is now our opponent's going to draw 2 cards from our deck and nil us a couple cards, which is annoying. Question is, what did they get? Just some more card draw. Anything else? Okay, we're going to play that. We're going to Shivan Fire one of them. And then I'm going to very, very carefully try to Guild Summon again. And I'll try to draw 2 cards since we do have a Lava Coil. Ah, if I only made it where I drawed 1, I could have... Ah. Close, but no cigar. Well, opponent's gonna get more cards. What's in the graveyard so far? Just some lands, and knight. Our knights, our lava coil that we're trying to dig for. And you know what? No. You're gonna have to use your own negate for that one, opponent, because I am not letting you have that pleasure. And, well, and the reason why Rid of the Wild Seeds play in these deck is because Gatebreaker ran, which our opponent realizes since he bounced it, and the game has ended. Well, I was hoping to see more Middlemarch shenanigans, but you kind of see how the deck works. Hopefully you can try your own variation of the deck and such, and hopefully have some fun with this new season in Magic, with the ranking system and such. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. This is LevDev, signing out.